before we even start, unfortunately, we do have some business to handle. One of those unfortunate things that we never like to talk about. Breaking news, Liv Morgan was injured tonight on Monday Night Raw. Liv Morgan unfortunately suffered a dislocated shoulder in her match with Kairi Sane tonight. That's just awful, especially going on with the history of shoulder injuries Liv Morgan has had in the past. She's had her shoulder injury. She was gone for a year before she came back. And now she's suffering a dislocated shoulder from tonight. That really sucks. And one of the things I truly ask is for everybody's hopes and prayers for Liv Morgan so she will recover from this and come back stronger than ever. Guys, remember one thing, that these are wrestlers, but these are also human beings. Let's not be dicks. Let's not wish her any harm or ill will to herself. Don't be an asshole. Please don't. Let Liv Morgan be Liv Morgan. She deserves it. She's so good at her job. And if you really think about it, from when she came back till now, she has been the MVP of the main roster's women's division. Liv Morgan has done her thing. And I know that when she comes back, she'll only get better. So shout out to Liv Morgan. I know she'll only go on to do bigger and better things because she's just one of one. She is who she is. Liv Morgan has proved that she is a star in the WWE. And her star is only going to continue to shine at its brightest when she returns. So first thing off, I wanted to say, get well soon. And I give my best wishes, hopes, and prayers to Liv Morgan. All right, now that's out the way, we have to unfortunately talk about something else, okay? The rumors were true. Goldberg is back, and Goldberg will be going up against Gunther at Saturday night's main event in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, I gotta lie. Am I a Goldberg hater? No, absolutely not. No, actually, one of my favorite performances I've ever seen was Goldberg in the Elimination Chamber in 2003. Goldberg beat the fire out of everybody. To me, it's the best entrant. He's the best entrant ever into the Elimination Chamber. How he lost, I still got to talk to Vince about that, because that was insane. It's on my laundry list of things where I'm like, yo, bro, what were you thinking? What? And now I'm asking those questions to Triple H. It's not the fact that Goldberg is having a match. I'm not one of those people who are hating on Goldberg having a match. Goldberg is a legend. Goldberg is already a WWE Hall of Famer. If Goldberg wants to end his career on a high note with one final match to say goodbye and more importantly, say thank you to professional wrestling and receive his flowers, I'm A-okay with that. I love that. Goldberg versus Gunther, I'm like, all right, in Atlanta, Georgia, you're telling the story from Bad Blood a year ago. Okay. I'm kind of with it. I'm kind of digging it. Until I found out it was for the World Heavyweight Championship. Why? Did we really meet Triple H? I love the creative you gave me for the last 2 years. Trust me, I am not one of those fickle fans. I loved the creative you gave me. But these are the ones I gotta scratch my head. You're not making me look good right now. As a Triple H supporter that I am, you are not making me look good right now. What the fuck? How the fuck does Goldberg randomly be first in line for a World Heavyweight Championship match? It don't make no sense. I feel like we're back in 2019 again. What? He didn't do nothing. Goldberg hasn't fought in a match in like 2-3 years. How is he automatically first in line for a title shot? What? We took the title off of Jay for this. When in reality, if you would have just announced it as Goldberg's final match in Atlanta, Georgia, Goldberg versus Gunther, main event, it probably would have sold out just off of that. The World Heavyweight Championship did not need to be in the picture for Goldberg versus Gunther. If this was the main match, if this was the match that Gunther was going to be looking forward to, what did we take the title off of Jey Uso in the first place for? You feel me? Like, maybe I'll get my answers within these next few Raws, and then King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia. Maybe I'll get these answers. Because right now, that made no sense. That is something Vince would do in 2019. When Raw when WWE was just bad, when Raw was terrible. Why is the world title on the line? Especially when you have John Cena versus R-Truth at Saturday Night's Main Event was a Forza title. R-Truth gets released. R-Truth, we beg for R-Truth to come back. R-Truth comes back. He shows up as Ron Killings. He shows up with a different side of him. The hottest thing in wrestling right now, if you really want to be honest and want to keep it a bean, is R-Truth. R-Truth don't even got a title shot. He's fighting John Cena on SmackDown in a non-title match. But Gunther? But Goldberg? Goldberg gets a shot? Free of charge? Come on, gang. Come on, gang. Nah, dog. Hell nah. Hell nah. No, but this ain't the dream match. This is not a dream match that everybody's been waiting to see. You want to keep it a bean? The real dream match for Gunther is Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. Not Goldberg. Come on, man. Goldberg, I hope you finish your career out the way you want to. I'm not one of those people. I promise you, I'm not a Goldberg hater. Not at all. My only issue is you having this match for the World Heavyweight Championship. How and why you're having this match for the World Heavyweight Championship, I don't understand. It don't make no sense. It feels very much like when Goldberg beat Kevin Owens for the world title for no reason. When Goldberg beat The Fiend for the world title for no reason. What are we doing? Because this don't feel like we're taking steps forward. It feels like we're taking steps back. You can have a legend get his flowers. You can have a legend have his moment, have his standing ovation, have him thank the crowd. You can do every single one of these things. Why did we have to? Why is the world title involved? No, we don't know. Especially because you know damn well the match is going to be like 5 to 10 minutes. And I swear to God, if Goldberg beats Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship in Atlanta, I may riot. I may crash out. I'm not going to stunt. If Goldberg wins the world title, I'm crashing out. Because that would be wild behavior. We would need to talk. Not going to stop. We would need to talk. Because, like, I just want to know where the creative direction is going and what the fuck we are doing right now. Because right now, it ain't working. That's all I'll say on Gunther and Goldberg. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to try my hardest to give it a chance. Even though I don't agree with it, I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to give it its flowers. And I'm still going to see. Maybe they prove me wrong, and maybe I enjoy it. I didn't like the Goldberg-Bobby Lashley feud at first. That shit turned out actually to be very fire. I'm going to give it a shot. Now, we have to talk about Cody Rhodes, the Fatal 4-Way at the end of Monday Night Raw. Jey still wins the Fatal 4-Way. A lot of interactions and shenanigans happened. LA Knight came out. Sami Zayn came out. Braun Breaker tried to help Bronson Reed win the match. Penta came out. Cool. Jey Uso beats Bronson Reed. Cool. So then on Monday Night Raw, it's Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso in the semifinals. Winner goes to Saudi Arabia to compete in the finals for the King of the Ring. Cool. I'm A-okay with that. All right, cool. And Seth Rollins comes out, gets mad, tries to go get ready to attack Jey. Cody Rhodes' theme music hits. Cody Rhodes gets a crazy pop in Green Bay. Then you have the stare down with Seth Rollins. The holy shit moment. Cool. Wonderful. My only problem in all of this is the Seth Rollins faction. I love Seth Rollins. I promise you, I love Seth Rollins. But if there's one thing that we've learned, Seth Rollins is not really good in factions as the leader. Elite in the Shield. God tier level in the Shield. Shield's one of the better groups of all time. We can all agree on that. But when he had J&J Security, when he had the Authors of Pain, and here we are now. When you're looking at this group, Braun Breaker, a god, a dog. Bronson Reed, a beast, an animal. And Paul Heyman is in your goddamn corner. And my only thing is, watching Seth Rollins sometimes in this role, it's kind of sucks to say, but if you really think about it, it's one of those things you're looking at Seth and you're just like, I'm starting to see the difference between you and Roman Reigns. Aura. I don't know if Seth Rollins has aura. I don't really see it. Does Seth Rollins have aura to you? Does he have drip? Does he have the glow? Because, like, you feel me? Like, I don't see Seth Rollins wears the crazy outfits. He cackles. He does the little dances. He's decent on the mic, but there's no aura there. You feel me? Like, I feel like you look at Seth Rollins when he walks in the ring, it's like, what the fuck is he wearing? Not just like, oh shit, who the fuck is that? If you didn't know who Seth Rollins is, you're not gonna turn your head and go, who the fuck is that? You see Roman Reigns? Who the fuck is that? He gives you that feel, he gives you that vibe of like a real, no pun intended, a big dog. He walk in the room, it's his room. It's the charisma. And one of the things I feel like what's making Seth less drippy, less aura, he talks too goddamn much. Like, you have Paul Heyman, one of the best creative minds in WWE history, one of the best promos ever. Seth Rollins should not be talking more than Paul Heyman. You want people to buy into this group. You want somebody to sell this group. Make us care. Give Paul Heyman a microphone and watch what happens. Because that's what Paul Heyman does. Roman Reigns doesn't become the tribal chief. Roman Reigns doesn't become God tier without Paul Heyman. My favorite wrestler of all time, Brock Lesnar. His career is not even a career without Paul Heyman. We're keeping it a bean. Why is Seth? Seth is out here being Seth with Paul Heyman. So Seth's out here doing his whole promos, and Paul Heyman's just standing there. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? At this point, I want to see Paul Heyman with Braun Breaker more than I want to see Seth with Paul. If you give Paul Heyman a microphone, Paul Heyman would make Braun Breaker look like $1 million. We don't need to hear Seth talk. Paul Heyman's one of the best in the world. I would love to see Seth Rollins is not here tonight, but Seth Rollins is doing something else, and Paul Heyman's like, I'm running this. I got this. Because I guarantee you, if Seth Rollins didn't show up on Monday Night Raw, and Paul Heyman cut a promo with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and by his side, we bet money we would care more about their faction than we would if Seth was in there trying to sell the group. Bet money. It just doesn't feel as crazy, as gigantic as it needs to. Also, probably because if anybody should be world heavyweight champion right now, it's Seth Rollins. Gunther don't need to be world heavyweight champion. Especially Goldberg damn well don't need to be world champion. So it just makes me wonder, shout out to Maroon 5, where are we going with all of this, bro? I don't know where they're going with this, but I'm excited to see where we go next, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm wild confused. Like, I'm wild confused. But I'm excited to see where we go from here. And, well, we're just gonna have to wait and see. My rant is over. That was Monday Night Raw. Those are my thoughts on Monday Night Raw. We have Bayley versus Becky Lynch. Bayley versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental title next week. I'm excited for that match. We'll see what happens here, man. That's all I'm going to say. We will see Jade Cargill versus Roxanne Perez next week for the semifinals. Asuka, Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton on Friday. And Asuka versus Alexa Bliss on Friday. So we got matches. We're getting to see who's going to be the queen and king of the ring. I'm excited to see, even though it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton in Saudi Arabia for the crown. Interesting match, very cool match. I'm excited for that match too. Let's just see where we go from here. That's all we can do. I'm going to keep my open mind, and I hope you guys keep yours too. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It has been your boy D, Forever Gang. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And until forever finds you,